So I was going through some of your content the other day, and I saw you did a review of the Pinter, which I thought was pretty good. A review of it overall. I actually got one as well too. I think about a year or so ago, but it sounds like your beer turned out a lot better than mine because I got the Dark Matter Stout and
Okay.
their Tropical IPA. The Dark Matter Stout had a very vegetable, like almost broccoli kind of flavor to it. And I was like, oh man, what happened here? And of course, I took to my homebrew club, and they were having a hard time because trying to figure it all out. And I said, well, all it is just extract, and then you just pour in your water. I said, okay, so when I did my the tropical IPA one, I used the spring water first time. The second time, I just used distilled water. I was also, well, maybe it's the water. That tropical IPA turned out like, I don't know. It was garbage. It was just gross. It was not good at all. The smell phenomenal, great on the nose. It just the flavor was
Oh,
just
okay.
not palatable. It wasn't infected. Like it didn't smell like hot garbage or baby
Right,
diaper or
right.
anything like that. It just wasn't a very pleasant experience. So I'm kind of curious, what was your process when you went through the pinter itself to make it taste? Like you said, it was good, but it was kind of, you can say
Yeah.
thin, but I think you
uh,
said lean or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, those beers are kind of like they are what they are. They're pure extract, like you said, and some of them have the little liquid hop thing that you stick in the back that adds a little bit of depth to it and a little bit like with in the case of the tropical one, it adds some aroma. I think I've done five or so
Okay.
of their kits. I would say one I think was pretty decent. And the rest were kind of like, I don't know about this one. And the stout, I had the same problem you did. I was a little disappointed because I read online, everybody's like, yeah, this is really great, but
Exactly.
it did not turn out well. And I always just use bottled spring water when I do those kits. So I mean, I didn't, I think it's just luck of the draw, to be honest with you. I think the first one I did was like it was one of their pale ales. It was like Stars and Stripes or something like that. And that
Okay.
one's,
Yeah.
that's the one I'd say is, yeah, this is okay. If I got this in a, in a at a tap room or something, I
hmm
wouldn't complain. It's nothing fantastic, but and the rest were kind of all like, I don't think I've gone through a whole pinter of any of the others because I have one or two, or in some case just a taste. And it's like, no, this didn't work. And so yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know how to make that stuff better per se. If you're clean everything using
hmm
spring water or something pretty neutral, it's going to do what it's going to do. The one of the reasons I still haven't done this yet, but one of the reasons I think it's interesting as a device is because you can just make a small batch of all grain or whatever and put it in there, and then it's kind of one thing that just ferments and it carbonates. And so I keep telling myself I'm going to use it for, like an experimental batch or something like that, to just as a, kind of a neat thing to throw it in, and it carbonates itself. And I think they got a lot of that right, because in terms of the process that it goes through and the carbonation levels you get and how long the carbonation lasts, depending on how much time you spend drinking the thing. And there are ways, you've probably seen these videos too, but there are ways to like, re-up the carbonation through that port in the back. Um, and I think as a device, it's pretty cool. I think the kits are, like I said, hit or miss.